So this club right here was $5 at a thrift store. It still has the price tag on it. $5. It is a driver from the 1990s, I believe. This shit is like 30 years old. I was looking on the internet and everyone was saying you need to get a 460cc titanium driver, or else you may as well just not get a club at all. But it made me think about all the weightlifting YouTubers and people on the internet who say, if you're not working out 5 times a week, every single body part twice a week, you just may as well not even go to the gym. And if you're not eating exactly 4 meals a day, and each meal has 50 grams of protein and this many carbs and this many fats, then you just may as well not even try. You're killing your gains. But I was able to go to the gym like 2 times a week, do a full body workout, and just eat pretty well, like just get enough protein, and that's pretty much all I worried about. Maybe some carbs and like calories, watch those and shit. And I got pretty fucking big for a natural bodybuilder. I got sort of big. I was much smaller than this. However, I still am unemployed, so it did not help me there. So first, I'd like it to be known that this was my second time on a driving range, and I've only ever been on a course once, and I hit about +10 on every single hole. I did so terribly because I had never been to a range or anything beforehand. Oh God, it was embarrassing. And like the workers at the golf course they came up to us and they told us that there was a formal complaint issued about how long we were taking. There was like 2 groups of people that played through. It was abysmal. And I didn't even hit with the driver. I couldn't even hit the ball. So I had to hit with my irons, even on the tee box. So this, combined with the fact that the golf club is so old, I really wasn't expecting to do jack shit. But I stepped on the tee box. So before I even started, I had to watch this 5-6 minute YouTube tutorial on how to hit with a driver. I figured maybe that would help me. So I learned that you should have your feet a little more than shoulder width apart, and you should point your toes out. And last time I went to the range, I was instructed to do the towel drill. Apparently you want to keep the top half of your back arm kind of glued to the side of your body when you're swinging. You don't want to detach it. And you want to get most of your power from your hips. And I also did this thing where I sort of slid my hand down my body and let my spine twist a little, and apparently that's the posture you're supposed to have, specifically when you're hitting with a driver, because you're swinging up on the ball. So I ended up doing surprisingly well. Probably not as good as a person who has been golfing for a while, certainly. But it wasn't a steaming pile of shit of a performance. It was more of a regular pile of shit. I was hitting the ball like 100 to 150 yards with the driver. Now there's 2 reasons why it might have been less than what people usually hit. I think people usually hit like 250 with the driver. Would I be wrong in saying that? So reason number 1 is that the driver is not that great. That is a considerable option. But you also have to take into account that I have only gone to the driving range 2 times. And one of those times, I wasn't even using a driver. It was just irons. So this is pretty much my first time at the range with a driver. So I have to figure that has something to do with it. So apparently the newer clubs, the newer drivers have a much larger sweet spot. So there's a lot more margin for error. So that could play a big role, especially for a beginner. One thing I know for sure is I got some bad splinters on my hands. You look at this. This is all from yesterday when I went. And on my right thumb, mostly on my left hand though. So I get why people wear golf gloves. Next time I go golfing, it probably won't be at the range. I think I'm gonna try the course again. Hopefully I don't do as terribly as I did last time. And I'll probably use this driver. So we're gonna see how it does. And when I say I was hitting 100 to 150, those were my best hits. I had a lot of bad hits. Probably 60% of my hits were just complete pop-ups or slicing it to the right or the left, just really bad hits. That was probably a really important thing to mention that I should have said earlier. I didn't golf for so long because I almost killed my dad when I was 6 with a 9-iron on the backswing. It's actually this 9-iron, right here. I was swinging with it the other day. No blood on it, surprisingly. I made a whole video about that. I'll probably put it in the description or something. I am pretty excited to go on the golf course, although I don't plan on drinking. I have this theory that guys drink on the golf course because it's as close as they can get to drunk driving without getting arrested, which frankly is very healthy behavior. It's kind of like when you want to beat your wife, but then you go hit a punching bag instead. So my next video will probably be on the course. Anyway, my name has been Luke, and this has been Castles in the Air. This channel is called Castles in the Air because I have so many lofty goals that I might never achieve that it feels like I'm building a bunch of castles in the sky with no foundation.